everyone, this is Trisha and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I put together this cute little graduation centerpiece. It's super easy to put together, so let's get to crafting. Alright, I'm going to start off with a vase. You can use any vase or container. I happen to choose this one from the Dollar Tree. And here I have a piece of styrofoam that I need to glue to the top. Now the size of your styrofoam depends on how much decor you want to put on it. This is kind of big, but I think I can cover it, so I'm going to go ahead and use it as is. So first I'm going to start off with my hot glue gun by adding some glue at the very top of my vase. Okay, and then just try to center it as best as you can. And I'm going to turn it like this just so that the glue doesn't drip down on the inside of the container or on the outside. Alright, so while that's drying, I've got some tissue paper here. This is a metallic tissue paper. I chose this because of the gold, which will go with the little graduation hat that I chose. And then I've got some greenery pins here as well that I'm going to be using. This is what they look like up close. Sorry about the lighting. I'm figuring out a new camera. Alright, and then I've also got some of this gold metallic ribbon. I grabbed these items from the Dollar Tree as well. Alright, so from the Dollar Tree I also grabbed these two floral bushes. These are called dahlias and they're a beautiful golden yellow color. And then I grabbed this one. It's called Spike. Pretty little white flowers with a kind of a bit of a yellow tone there in the center. I'm going to use these as well. I'm going to go ahead and use a wire cutters to cut these flowers individually from my bush, also from this one here. Alright, I've decided that I don't need the leaves on the flowers, so I'm going to go ahead and remove them. If I decide that I need more filler, I can use these leaves to cover the styrofoam, that is, and I can always cut them, take a little plastic knob off of them, and then just cut them like that. And then I can just hot glue them into spots. Alright, so first I want to cover the sides here of my styrofoam. So I'm going to keep it upside down since I'm not working on the top yet. I'm going to hold it like that. And then I'm going to choose how many flowers I want to put on the sides. And I'm also going to be using this tissue paper. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half. And I think, oops, there's something right here. I'm going to fold it like in thirds, so right about here. And I think that would be the other third. Yeah, good enough. So I'm going to go like that. And then I think I can cut it in half like that. Alright, so I want to cut out some either squares or rectangles off my tissue paper. And I'm just going to cut like that so that I can cut off all the folded edges. Alright, so here I've cut from this one sheet, I've cut all these little bits. You can cut them at any size that you want. And then of course I have more sheets in case I need more of these. Alright, I'm going to take them like this, and I'm going to take a greenery pin, put it right in the center so I can do this. If it doesn't stay in place, add some little dabs of hot glue. Now you don't need like really big drops of glue. You need little tiny ones because otherwise it might just melt through this tissue paper. So just a little tiny drop to keep them in this little shape here. And that's up to you if you want to use tissue paper or not. You can just get more greenery to add in here and fill in this whole styrofoam. Okay, so I'm going to take these, and these I'm going to be placing them on the sides of my styrofoam, okay? Bend them like that. And then I want to take a flower and place one of those in there as well. So I'm going to cut this fairly short because obviously the styrofoam is not a very big piece, so I don't need it to come shooting out the other side here. So I'm just going to take another flower and placing it not right next to the tissue because this will cover like that, and any little spaces that I see that are still, you know, I can see the styrofoam, I can always take some more tissue paper. Actually, I'm going to push this in a little bit closer like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do in order to get this kind of almost even. I'm just going to place another one on the other side and do the same on the other opposite ends. So 4 of these flowers, like that. Once they're in there, you can decide that you need to bend them up or down. But for now, let's leave them like that. And then I'm going to take these little squares of tissue paper, do the same thing that I did to this one, and just fill in between them. So I can already tell that I'm probably going to need probably 2 or 3, or maybe even 4. Yeah, probably 4 for each little space. So then I'm going to need 16 because I have 4 spaces. One more flower so that you can see that I have 4 spaces. And push them in all the same kind of, you know, make sure the little stems are all sticking out at about the same length. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add more of these. Let me go ahead and do one of these so you can see, and then I'll just finish the rest of it off camera. And just crunch it like that together. And in order to keep it in its place, just add some, you know, little bits of hot glue here and there. So I can add 2 right next to each other. Push it all the way in, the pin, and then I can add another one underneath and then one on the top. And I'm saying on the top because this is the top. Okay, so add another one here and another one here. Okay, so here you can see where I've added 4 of those little tissue bundles, and I'm probably going to need more items to fill in. And of course, like I said, I had these leaves, so I may tuck those in there. And I also have these other little white flowers, and we'll get to those in a minute. But first I'm going to go off camera and finish off doing these other 3 sections with the tissue as well. Alright, so I've covered these sides with the tissue paper and the flowers. And by the way, 1 sheet of tissue paper got me 12 of these little squares, so I had to grab a second one to cut 4 more. So here's what we have. So far we have this top open. So up here I want to put the little cap that I also grabbed from the Dollar Tree. Isn't that cute? I don't remember if they had it in other colors, but I grabbed this one because it had gold on it and the yellow tassel. I thought the gold tissue paper and of course the yellow flower would be a nice little combination. Now, you could change this. You could change this little tassel to some other color. Grab some embroidery thread and create a little tassel. Super easy to make. And then, of course, you could add your own other letters. Some others, get some stickers in the color that you want. Remove this letters off of here, and then glue the colors that you want. Now, I'm not going to use this little string that's up in the top, which is really cute and convenient in case you want to hang it somewhere. I'm just going to remove that because I don't need that. And I just want to put the cap right on top of here. But I want to make sure that the word grad is kind of showing. So I'm just going to pick a side on my little arrangement here that I like for the front. And I like that part right there. Okay, so then this hat will be right up on top of here. And you can see here that the styrofoam is just the size of the cap. So that's really nice. But I'm going to push it forward a little bit because I do want to hide the top little edge right here. I don't want that to show. So here we go. This is right up against here. So now I can just cover this part, and then I can cover the back part a lot more. And then I can use these other 2 flowers that I have here to insert in the back here, like that. Now, if you want to, you know, like a regular centerpiece, then just cover this with something short. You don't have to do that. You can just put the 2 flowers like really low here. Do it however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to cut those off. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Add a flower on the side here. Just like that. Actually, let's bring it. Yeah, no, I don't want to cover that word. This is grad. So I'm going to put it like that, kind of facing upward. And then I'll do one on the opposite side. So I can do that. If you want to grab a couple of floral bushes to add even more flowers, you know, grab that. Okay, but I think this is good. Okay. Now, because I don't want to cover the word grad, I'm going to get these leaves that I told you to save, because you never know. And I'm going to use those. And I'm going to just cover the styrofoam with a leaf, making sure that the leaf is not covering the word grad. So one on this direction and then another in the other direction. Okay, let's overlap these to make sure that they're covering the styrofoam. And then just a little bit of glue right here to make sure those leaves are covering right there. All right, just like that. Okay, so I also have these little stems with these little white flowers. They're so pretty. I'm just gonna cut them, you know, not too long, not too short. About a couple of inches, maybe 2.5 inches in length, depends on how much of the tissue paper will cover the stem. Just a little bit of glue, and I'm going to insert it right underneath here. Not all the way, just enough where the tissue paper comes right over the, you know, the first flower there. And I'm going to twist this because it does have some little flowers missing off that little stem. Okay, I'm not even using the leaves, so I'm pushing those down out of the way. I'm cutting. I think I'll use a couple for now. I like that one there. Let's bend this one a little bit. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter actually, just a tiny bit, so I don't have to push it too far in. And that's why I'm using hot glue, so it stays in place. Putting another one right here. See that? Right in front where it says grad. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it around and do the same thing under this flower. All right, so I've added some in the back as well under this center flower here. Now I do have 2 more of these little bits, and I don't have to use them, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use them back here. Since in the front I have the word grad, I don't want to cover that in any way, so I'll use them back here. You know what? The stem's too long. Let's make these even shorter than the other ones. Stick them right in there. Okay, I also want to cover that styrofoam, so let's grab some leaves. Let's see if one is enough here. Now this one can come up a little bit higher where the hat is because there's no words there to, you know, that it'll cover. So I'm just now fluffing up my tissue paper and my flower so I can see, like, where do I need more stuff? I'm going to need more stuff down here. Let's fluff everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these leaves, and I'm just going to look around and see where I can see styrofoam, and I can see obviously under this flower. So I'm going to put some leaves there. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, and then I'll just look from the top, and if I can see anything, I'll go ahead and add more leaves. And I'll be back once that's all done. I'm pretty sure you understand how to do that. Just add some hot glue and just place the leaf so that it covers the whole bit of styrofoam. All right, so now I'm just taking some of this ribbon and I'm taking a couple of strands. Now the length doesn't really matter. I guess I'm cutting about anywhere 12 to 14 inches. And then I'm making a little knot, and I cut 2 of them. And then I make this little greenery pin go through the knot, and then I can tighten it so that it's tied on to the greenery pin like that. So I'm going to make 4 of them. So I decided about so long. That's about maybe 14 inches rather than 12. I'm not even really like measuring. It's up to you. Okay, so again, I grab the 2 strands. Get ready to knot them, but before I completely close the knot, I take my greenery pin, put it through, and then tighten. So there they are, okay? And then you can take your scissors and just carefully curl them. See, just like that. And then you can take these and insert them anywhere on your arrangement. Look how cute that looks. Let's do another one on the other side. All right, I'm gonna put it on the other side of the flower this time. See, this one's kind of in front of this flower, this one's behind it. You can barely see it, but it's really cute. It's just another little addition to your arrangement to make it more festive. I've got another couple here. Let's curl those. And just Put them wherever. I'm gonna put it right in here in the center. There we go. Look at that. Little cute little curlies coming out of there. And just add as many as you want. They're so cute. Oops, this way. I want to make sure I get those ends. Now, if you don't want them so curly, don't start so high up on the ribbon. Just do the ends so these strands will be a little bit longer. Okay, let's get this one out of the way here. There we go. This one's too long. Curl it a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to put this one on the back side. I put a leaf there, so I'm just going to tuck it somewhere on there. So now I've got some little curly cues back here. Look how cute that looks. I mean, that could be a finished product right there. It's just a cute little centerpiece for the table. But I also did find these little, they're called foam scatter, and they're little stars, and they're like different sizes. There seems to be a bigger one and then a smaller one here. Let's pull them out so we can see what they look like. See, there's a larger and then a smaller one in the package. And these are cute to spread on the table. Look at that. I'm gonna grab one of these gold ones and glue it on top, because why not, right? Let's grab it. I'm just gonna put it on two of the points of the star so that I can stand it right on top, right here, right in the middle, like that. Look how cute that looks right on top of there. Let's push the camera up a little bit. There we go. Here you can see that. I'm gonna add a couple more because they're so cute. Little black one here. Let's do another one on the other side. Yeah, people sitting at the table will be able to see them. It's just a small little detail. You don't even have to put these on. I mean, you could add these elsewhere on your arrangement. Let's do that. Let me get one black one here on one of these flowers. Let's turn it around and do it on the other side too. Right on the flower right here. Maybe a couple of small gold ones. Right on these flowers here. I mean, am I doing too much? Probably, but I'm just giving you an idea of what you could do. Want to make sure you see that little tassel there. There we go. That's all we have to do to that. All right, everyone, so my centerpiece is now complete. Let's get up here so you can see the little stars on the top, little graduation hat, all the cute little flowers with the metallic tissue and the little curly cues with the ribbon, and of course our nice little vase. It's really pretty. I think it came out really nice. I'm really happy with it. I love the colors. Of course, you'll do yours in the colors for your school. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up, and I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. Now, if you're liking the content of my videos and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button and then the little notification bell so that you get notified as soon as I upload a video. So thank you for watching my videos, and as always, enjoy.